and synthesizing information to make informed decisions and solve the problems. It involves questioning assumptions, considering multiple perspectives, and using evidence to support their arguments. This is used for supporting teaching learning activities. I would like to start once again here. Critical thinking. We are talking about the thinking skills. It is the process of analyzing. It is the process of evaluation and also synthesizing information to make the informed decisions and to solve problems. It involves the questioning assumptions, considering the multiple perspectives and using multiple support arguments. Why is critical thinking important in language learning? It is quite necessary to know the reason or the purpose behind learning or having knowledge of critical thinking. We must understand its importance in language learning, particularly English language teaching learning activities. Critical thinking helps the language learners to develop a deeper understanding of language and its cultural context. From this, we must understand that it develops the help deeper understanding. It helps the teachers as well as the learners to have deeper understanding of the language, and it also helps to understand its cultural context, our linguistic cultural context. And it also enables them to communicate effectively and confidently in real world situations. So really we have to talk about the barriers of critical thinking. We are talking about the positivity or importance or the beneficial aspects of critical thinking. There are some barriers to critical thinking too. There are some hurdles, some problems. Barriers to critical thinking includes the cultural and the personal biases, lack of knowledge and information, and emotional reactions. Teachers can help their students overcome these barriers by providing a supportive and inclusive learning environment. Its purpose is to provide the supportive and inclusive learning environment to the English language learners. Strategies for developing critical skills. What are the strategies for developing critical skills? We talk here about the strategies. Strategies for developing critical thinking skills include asking open-ended questions, encouraging students to consider multiple perspectives, and providing opportunities for reflection and analysis. Teachers can also use real-world examples and use studies to engage students in critical thinking. How we can incorporate critical thinking or CT into language teaching learning activities. Incorporating critical thinking into language teaching involves designing activities and tasks that require the students to use critical thinking skills. While students are learning, when you teach and students are learning English language, we teachers have to involve them in designing in designing activities and which are quite essential for the students to use critical thinking skills. Because of the critical thinking skills, they can do this. Teachers can also provide feedback and guidance to the students to develop their critical thinking abilities. Definitely without assistance, without the cooperation of the teachers, language teachers, it is not easy enough to our language learners, our students, to learn any second language. Now let's talk about how we can assess assessment of critical thinking skills. Assessing critical thinking skills involves evaluating students' ability to analyze, evaluating the students' ability to evaluate and to synthesize information. Teachers can use a variety of assessment methods. Different methods teachers can use while assessing, while making evaluations of the students, including essays. We can ask them to compose essays and have presentations, and we can involve them in the debates and to present the students' critical thinking abilities. This is how we can assess our students' critical thinking skills. How critically they think, how they present, how they help themselves to learn critical thinking skills and use it in English language learning. Challenges and solutions. Of course, there are challenges. Everything has challenges. In every step of our life is full of challenges, either major, medium, or minor. Definitely, there are challenges, and challenges are not only challenges and solutions of the critical thinking. Challenges to incorporating critical thinking into